Hello my pretties, I am Group Pickles, the swellest bisexual and polyamorous man in the universe. Today, I have got a super swell story to tell you all. It is about my reasons for not starring in the 2009 zombie comedy movie called ZombieLand. It is a very swell and interesting story, so gather around and whip out your snacks and drinks, as the story is very swell. Now you are all scratching your heads wondering, what were my reasons for not starring in ZombieLand? It all started in 2009, when my good friends, Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita and Little Rock shot me up in a FaceTime call. They said, Group Pickles, we have a new movie coming out this year, so we think you should be in it. Hearing that made my day, so I headed over to Atlanta, Georgia to see if I could get my role in the movie. However, once I got there, I was greeted by the director of the film. Ruben Fleischer did not like any changes I suggested for the movie, as well as the plot of how the movie should be. What were the changes of the movie I suggested and the plot of the movie is supposed to be? Well, calm down you zombie fanboys and fangirls, and put your phones away during this video, as I was getting to that point. The beginning of the movie, where Columbus says his rules of surviving ZombieLand, would have been replaced with me saying the rules of ZombieLand, which would have been very swell. After the rules were stated, there would be cameos of the Line Bunch members killing the zombies, including one with my best friend Barney the dinosaur with a Gatling gun, while sounding like the ghetto version of him. As the scene shows Columbus and I at the gas station, we get chased by zombies and that is not very swell. As soon as we got in the car, I ended up driving like After I drove around for a while, Columbus and I would be fighting with a zombie who snuck in the car to the back seats somehow, and Columbus would be breaking the fourth wall of checking the back seats rule. God damn it, I knew Columbus was a goofball in the movie, but I never knew he broke the fourth wall. Maybe he did and I paid no attention to it, but what the hell. The next scene would have me and Columbus heading to Ohio, to see if his parents were still alive. As we were heading that way, a man in a vehicle would see us and it would be none other than Tallahassee himself. He would point his gun at us, when I said, "Put your gun down you bastard." As soon as I said that, Tallahassee would back off, as he would never mess with me, Group Pickles, the swellest man in the universe. As me and Columbus joined Tallahassee in the car, we drove through the highway, until we found a truck that went off of the road. Tallahassee is a Twinkie lover, as he wants to claim his Twinkie snacks, but gets pissed off when the truck doesn't have any Twinkies. I can see that Tallahassee has a thing for Twinkies, and I don't know why, but he has some obsession over it, like Wacko with his hot sauce. Also Columbus's backstory would not be in the movie, as it takes place when the zombies started to attack, and it would not make sense to edit, as it would be cut out. When we all go inside a grocery store, we would be killing a few zombies. I would also kill one by throwing it in the freezer and it was so very swell. We eventually met up with Wichita and Little Rock and they would be very swell to see us as more survivors. You know the next scene, where Wichita and Little Rock stole Columbus and Tallahassee stuff and ran off in the original movie. Well, the scene would have been altered to me having big eyes, as I always found Emma Stone's character to be sexy and swell. But since Wichita becomes Columbus's girlfriend later on, I had to respect the fact that Wichita doesn't seem to be interested in me. What the hell are you staring at, Drew? I would hear Wichita say, as my best friend Barney the dinosaur walks in and sings the I Love You song. As he sings that song, Wichita and Little Rock snuck out of the store with Columbus and Tallahassee. I guess they found Barney's I Love You song to be annoying, so Barney and I decided to take the Batmobile and we drove it to catch up to Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita and Little Rock in the countryside. We eventually joined the group again, and we drove some more, which was very boring and not very swell. The scene, where we get to a convenience store and trash it, it would have been altered to Barney eating spicy curry so much that his red hot farts blew the place up in flames. As soon as Barney did that, Little Rock would be at first disgusted but thought that it would have been swell to add in the movie. When the next scene cuts to us in Bill Murray's house would have also had some changes, like it would be the Barney Bunch gay mansion instead of Bill Murray's, which despite the fact that the Barney Bunch is really gay, I thought that change would add more comedy in the movie. We walk inside the Barney Bunch mansion, and see Drew Pickles Jr., which he is cute, although he is gay. We would see some members of the Barney Bunch, like mine and Barney's gay counterparts, Ronald McDonald, Ned Flanders, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Arthur Red, and many more members of the Barney Bunch. Tallahassee can see that the Barney Bunch had a lot of gay porn DVDs everywhere, and he would call them a bunch of sick folks. Columbus would say, Tallahassee, I wished you didn't say that, as it has the Barney Bunch as trigger word. So me, Columbus, Wichita and Little Rock sneak away with Barney out of sight, as Tallahassee would have been pounded in submission by the Barney Bunch. It would have been sounding like the Queen of Lions wanted to do a video on why I declined starring in ZombieLand. Because she has just seen the second movie called ZombieLand 2, also known as Double Tap. It is a very swell movie, as well as what happens to the Barney Bunch with Tallahassee next. Bag, that was swell. The scene, where we all go to Pacific Playland, would have had changes to make the film very swell. We all got to Pacific Playland amusement park. I would be turning all of the rides and lights on, attracting the zombies to head our way, but luckily we had guns to help us defend the place. We started to ride the rides and play the games, and Barney however got stuck in one of the rides. When Wichita sees Barney getting stuck, she would say, "God damn it, Barney, you're just a big fast purple dinosaur who needs to lose weight." I know what she said was an insult, but that is just how I would have written the script of this movie. The next scene, where Little Rock and Wichita goes on the blast-off ride and gets stuck with a bunch of zombies surrounding them, it would have been altered to the zombies breaking in to try and attack us. Columbus would say that Barney could be a big help to us right now. At first Little Rock facepalm, as he mentions Barney. I wonder what plan he has for Barney to do. Well, let us find out, as I talk about it. The scene, where Tallahassee locks himself in a game booth and shoots all of the zombies was still in the movie. Then Columbus and I would also see the clown zombie and kill him, which was so swell. While Wichita and Little Rock helped Columbus and Tallahassee fight the zombies, Barney and I headed for one of the food booths to form up a plan. We locked the doors, as the zombies were running after us, but luckily I kicked one of them in the nuts to knock them down. We all know that Columbus's rule saying to kill a zombie is double tap, but we didn't give a shit about that, as Barney and I are panicking at this point. When we were inside the food booth, Barney would look to see a storage room filled to the brim of spicy gray. "Barney, this isn't a time to be snacking on spicy gray," I would say, but Barney just had the best idea upon seeing the spicy gray. "Drew, I think we can get rid of the zombies. I'll eat all of this spicy gray and kill the zombies with my red hot farts." As Barney said that, I was jumping for joy at this point. Oh my god, Barney. You are a genius this time. The spicy gray and red hot farts would kill the zombies and it would be very swell. As I said that, Columbus, Little Rock and Wichita would walk into the food booth we are in, and ask us, why the poke are we doing, when we were supposed to be fighting the zombies. Barney would explain his plans to them, and even though Wichita and Little Rock as well as Columbus didn't like the idea, they should trust Barney, as that would be the only resort to the zombies. Come on you guys, just give Barney a chance to do this. This will be the only time Barney will eat spicy gray to get us out of this mess. With some hesitation, they agreed to let Barney do this for us, as Barney eats the spicy gray that the food booth had. Columbus, Wichita and Little Rock fought off the zombies for a while. I did help to by throwing some stink bombs so our friends can switch places. As soon as Barney ate all of the spicy gray, he said, "Drew, I think I am gonna explode from all of the spicy gray." Barney would say that, so I led Wichita, Columbus and Little Rock towards one of the game booths, where Tallahassee killed the zombies and we took cover inside and ducked in the booth. As soon as we did that, Barney would let out massive farts which killed a large amount of zombies, even setting them on fire for the double tap after farting near them. Now you all may say, That is not how zombies can be killed, Group Pickles. This is very stupid. Well, this is just how my version of the movie would be, so shut your mouth about that. As soon as all of the zombies were dead by Barney's red-hot farts, the playland didn't he get caught on fire by Barney's farts, but the zombies did, so it would have been so swell if it was added in the movie. The ending of the movie, where Tallahassee finds Twinkies that he'd been searching for, Columbus and Wichita become a cannon ship, and Little Rock gets used to my best friend Barney the dinosaur. She thinks that Barney is cool, and we all leave the playground happily ever after. After I told Ruben Fleischer about how the movie should go, he was rather not impressed. What the poke? Are you serious, Drew Pickles? That is not what the movie I had in mind to be. Barney the dinosaur is from a children's show, and not to mention that he has a Speakonia parody series such as The Barney Bunch, The Starry Bunch, and The Linus Bunch. Now I want my movie to be however I want. Now get out of my studio, you dumbass. As soon as the director said that, I got Barney to eat a spicy curry, which, when he did so, he burned down the director's studio, which has red-hot farts. The main reason was because he got a chance to star in the movie with me, but since he declined my version of the movie, we were rather pissed, to say the least. After burning down the studio in Atlanta, Georgia, Barney and I headed back home to calm ourselves down. Despite us not getting the role in ZombieLand, Columbus says, "Well, Drew, there is always next time. And you are also welcome to see us anytime, as long as me and Tallahassee don't say the Barney Bunch's magic word." And that, my pretties, were my reasons for not starring in ZombieLand, with Barney the dinosaur being the star in the movie with me. Hope you all enjoy this video, and if you liked my version of the movie, I hope someone makes a parody of Group Pickles Goes to ZombieLand. And if you liked this video, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications when the Queen of Lions uploads a new video. And hope you all have a very swell day, and see you all next time.